Hello, and welcome back to the NHL 11 New York Islanders and Micheal Haley Jersey Quest BGM mode. As you can see here, we're kind of the beginning stages of the free agency period after the 2011-2012 season. So, as you can tell, that kind of means we didn't win the Stanley Cup. So, I'm going to kind of just quickly go through what happened kind of this season and kind of the season and free agency and kind of expectations for next season. So as you kind of see in the top corner, we had a record of 52, 26, and 4, which is like way above what I kind of was expecting us to do. That left us with 108 points, which was good enough for the President's Trophy, so we were the best team in the league in the regular season. Our leading scorer was Zach Parise with 27 goals, 51 assists for 78 points. There was a goals for and goals against per game. Goals for per game, we had 3.12, which was 8th in the league. And then goals against 2.68, which was second in the league. Kind of in terms of the playoffs and whatnot, I'll kind of pull up the kind of trophies and whatnot while I kind of do that. So in terms of round one, we got matched up against Philadelphia Flyers. It was a 7-game series, which we won. Game one went to the Flyers 4-2. We tied it up in game two, 2-1 win. Flyers won game three, 3-0. We then won games 4 and 5 to kind of take a 3-2 series lead, 4-3 and 4-1. Philly forced a game seven with a 3-2 win. And then in game seven, we kind of smashed them 6-3 to move on to round two. Round two, we got matched up against our kind of rivals, the Pittsburgh Penguins. So as like for these, I called up Micheal Haley for the home games, which I played because that's like kind of how, as a reminder, that's kind of how it works. I play like the matchups against like the rivals, like at either home or away, depending on where it is. So Penguins is home because that's where the kind of big brawl game took place at Nassau Coliseum. So games one and two, we won 3-0 and 2-1. Game one, Micheal Haley scored the game-winning goal, which was the opening goal of the game. And then in game two, we were losing 1-0 for like most of the game. And then the last minute, goals from Zach Parise and Blake Como, like 20 seconds apart, gave us a 2-1 lead, and we escaped with the win in game two. Games three and four, Pittsburgh won 3-0 and 2-1. Game five, which then I also played, we won 4-1. That was a pretty dominant display. And then game six, which was simulated, yeah, we won 3-0, so we won the series in six. Eastern Conference Finals, we got matched up against the Florida Panthers, who were the number 2 seed in the East, finished 2 points behind us in the regular season with 106 points. That series also went to 7 games, but we didn't win, unfortunately. Florida won games 1 and 2 by scores of 7-6 and 6-5, which is pretty crazy. We then stormed out and won 3 in a row, 4-1, 6-5, and 4-3. Florida won game six, 8-3 to kind of even up the series, and that kind of probably damaging defeat probably kind of swung the momentum all in their favor. And they won a game seven, 4-3 to advance to the Stanley Cup final. So you see here they lost though in 6 games. The Chicago Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup. So kind of see here AHL was the Toronto Marlies won the Calder Cup. So the Stanley Cup President's Trophy. As you can see there, as I was saying, we won the President's Trophy, best team in the regular season. Blackhawks from the West, Panthers from the East, and kind of in terms of and awards and whatnot, the lead score in the leagues this year was a tie between Rick Nash and Steven Stamkos. Both had 98 points. So they kind of split a bunch of the awards kind of between them. But kind of once again, Rick DiPietro kind of carrying us hard with like kind of second in the league in goals against per game. Made him win the Hart Trophy again, and then he also won the Vezina Trophy for the second season in a row, which is pretty nice. Kind of in terms of Micheal Haley's kind of regular season stats and whatnot. Let's pull him up. He wasn't the leading scorer this year, I don't think, but he had a pretty decent season in the AHL. Oh, here he is. So in the regular season in the AHL, he somehow didn't. Well, he wasn't the team leader in PIMS. Z 98, we had two players with over 200 each, but he had 17 goals, 37 assists for 54 points, which I don't think was good enough for the team lead, but it was still pretty good. I think Yoensu here, yeah, 6-7 points at the team lead. Like how let's pull up here a little easier. His playoff stats in the NHL, he played those 3 games I mentioned. The series against Pittsburgh had the 1 goal win game one. Kind of was a as he was a neutral, he was a 0, so he was on for 1 goal against, so he was kind of even out. Didn't do he was good in game one, didn't do anything really particularly bad in the other games, but it was decent enough. And then which I was able to call him up because the Bridgeport Sound Tigers lost in 5 games in round 1 of their playoff series. Series had 2 points, 1 goal, and 1 assist in that series. So it was kind of it for Micheal Haley. His overall did grow 2 points to 74, which is pretty nice. So kind of in terms of free agency and whatnot, what I was kind of hoping for going into it was kind of top line. Oopsies, that's something a spreadsheet. Kind of top pair, top forward, right defenseman, which we were kind of looking for last season as well. Because we had tons of players 1-year contracts, so let them go into free agency. I was hoping there'd be more right shot defensemen out there. And then kind of third and fourth line centers was the other kind of big area. Everywhere else we were pretty solid. So kind of in terms of free agency, it was a kind of mediocre free agency, but we do have around 6 million cap space, kind of. So hopefully we win the Stanley Cup next season. That'd be nice. But if not, we should be able to kind of pounce next season in free agency. Kind of in terms of our right side defenseman signings, went for Ian White. Kind of brought him back again. Here, might as well pull up the contract screen. All right, that'll make things easier. Contract screen. Defenseman, short overall. Yeah, so I brought back Ian White again on another 1-year deal. Then I brought Brett Henley back on a 1-year deal because he was kind of the cheapest like other right shot defenseman out there, and I was like only for like 0.75 mil. Can't really do too wrong. Kind of, and you're on in terms of the bottom pairings, I'm kind of promoting some youngsters here. Bruno Gervais is going to be the kind of 7th defenseman on the team because he's already 27, but we're going to give Andrew MacDonald and Anton Klementiev kind of a shot as being the bottom pair. See how they do. Kind of in terms of, so the other area was center, was kind of what we were looking for, third and fourth line centers. So here we have Tavares, who signed a 1-year contract, and then Josh Bailey a 3-year contract. So we kind of, Bailey's locked up for a decent amount. Tavares only wanted a 1-year deal, so is what it is. Kind of third and fourth line center, I went for Chris Kelly and Blair Betts, kind of 1-year deals each. And I kind of kept Franz Nielsen around to be our kind of 13th forward in terms of the center position. I think that was kind of really it. We didn't really have much else to do in terms of free agency stuff. So I got our business on. The only other thing is kind of, which should be exciting for next year, is let's get here Nino Niederreiter. Sign him to his entry-level deal. So I figured he's at 78 overall. Might as well kind of chuck him on the fourth line instead of bringing back kind of like a 79 overall forward there. I was like, might as well have Nino Niederreiter play on the fourth line. Hopefully he kind of pops off and has a good rookie season alongside Betts and Dupuis, so they're kind of good veterans who can kind of help him out. And then kind of our 13th forward on the wings is Daniel Winnick on a 1-year deal. So that's kind of exciting. Kind of goal, we didn't really need to do anything because we have DiPietro locked out to his long-term deal and Ray Emery. Also in his kind of deal, he didn't really decrease in overall too much. I think it went from like 82 to 81. So that's fine enough as a backup, especially when DiPietro is going to play like the vast majority of the games. So that's kind of it in terms of free agency moves. See here, Parise kind of had a good season. As I said, he bumped up to 91 overall before hitting age 27, which is nice. So we have a decent top line. Kind of goaltending is really solid. Second line, I think, is pretty good with Shrimp, Bailey, and Como again. Kind of left side defense, we're pretty decent with Josh Georges, who's kind of be our kind of top. I don't like unsorts it. Yeah, yes, the Straits kind of just probably being Straits last season, and we'll kind of move him on. He'll probably upgrade kind of both sides of defense next offseason, but Gorgeous is here for a long-term deal, and he's kind of solid at 84 overall, which is nice. So we kind of have a potential top pairing defenseman or a top 4 defenseman as well. So we have a decent core group here. So hopefully next season, in terms of expectations, I honestly don't expect us to be the President's Trophy team again, because that's just kind of like a really high kind of bar to set. So I'm kind of hoping make the playoffs again next season. We can hopefully go on a as deep or even an as deep run, kind of push through the conference finals, make it to the cup finals, and hopefully win the cup next season. But it's kind of somewhat unpredictable, so we'll see what happens. But kind of thank you to everyone for watching this video. Next episode will be the kind of recap after the 2012-13 season, hopefully with us winning the Stanley Cup at the end. But if not, it is what it is. But kind of once again, thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll watch the next episode as well.